the psychological barriers that block opportunities, how to turn setbacks into fuel, and why your environment matters more than motivation. Part 4. Breaking the invisible chains. Opportunities don't just pass you by because they weren't meant for you. Sometimes you let them pass, not because you're lazy, not because you don't care, but because of invisible chains, mental patterns that keep you locked in hesitation, doubt, and fear. Section 1. The mind's roadblocks. Here are the 3 biggest psychological barriers that stop opportunities before they even start. 1. Imposter syndrome. The belief that you're not good enough, even when you are. It makes you talk yourself out of saying yes. 2. Perfection paralysis. Waiting until everything is perfect before acting. You miss the moment while polishing something no one has even seen yet. 3. Scarcity mindset. The fear that opportunities are rare, so you cling to the wrong ones or play too safe. Ironically, this makes you miss the better ones ahead. Opportunities are neutral. They don't care if you're scared. They're either taken or they're gone. The ones who get them are not always the most talented, but they're the most willing to act. Section 2. Reframing setbacks as openings. Every setback you've had was a disguised opportunity. But most people only see the loss, not the leverage. You get rejected from a job. Maybe that frees you to build the project that will define your career. You lose a client. Maybe that opens time to work with someone better. You fail publicly. Maybe that makes you relatable enough for others to connect with you. Life's detours are not always mistakes. Sometimes they are rerouting you to a better intersection, one you wouldn't have chosen on your own. Section 3. The power of strategic environments. You can be talented, you can be disciplined, you can be prepared, but if you're in the wrong environment, opportunities can't reach you. Environment is not just physical space. It's people, conversations, culture, and energy. If you're surrounded by people who don't believe in growth, who dismiss ambition, who fear change, you're breathing stale air. Switch your environment, and the oxygen of opportunity will find you. The right room changes everything. It changes the way you think, the way you speak, and the way people see you. And sometimes, the biggest opportunity you can attract is simply being in a place where opportunities live. Section 4. The courage to say yes. Preparation is useless without courage. Saying yes to an opportunity is saying yes to uncertainty. And uncertainty is uncomfortable, but it's also where your next chapter lives. The question is never, am I 100% ready? The real question is, can I grow into this if I say yes? And if the answer is yes, step through the door before it closes. This part unpacks positioning yourself where opportunities flow, leveraging relationships as accelerators, and creating your own opportunities when none seem available. Part 5. Standing in the flow of opportunity. Opportunities don't just appear randomly. They flow like rivers. And the people who seem to get lucky are usually the ones who step into the right stream. You don't catch fish standing on dry land. You wade into the water. Section 1. Positioning. Being where the doors are. Your position matters more than your speed. You can run fast in the wrong direction and still end up nowhere. To attract opportunity, you have to be where opportunities circulate. For a musician, it may be the open mic nights, the online forums, the digital platforms where talent scouts watch. For a designer, it may be portfolio communities, internships, or collaborations with rising brands. For an entrepreneur, it may be incubators, networking hubs, or social media platforms where industries evolve. If you are absent where opportunity gathers, opportunity is absent from your life. Section 2. The multiplying power of relationships. The shortest path to opportunity is often through people. Relationships are accelerators. One introduction can save you 5 years of struggle. One recommendation can put you in rooms you couldn't force your way into. But here's the catch. Relationships built only for gain don't last. People can sense when you're treating them as a stepping stone. The relationships that open the most doors are built on 3 things. Genuine curiosity. You care about them beyond what they can do for you. Shared value. You give something back, whether it's knowledge, energy, or loyalty. Consistency. You don't disappear when you're not in need. Opportunities may knock once, but relationships are doors that can keep opening for a lifetime. Section 3. Creating your own doors. What happens when the opportunities you want don't exist? Simple. You create them. Some of the world's most successful people didn't wait for a door. They built their own. They created YouTube channels when no one was watching. They built businesses out of problems no one cared about. They wrote, performed, designed, coded, painted, until what they created became the very opportunity they were looking for. This is the highest level of attraction, not just waiting for doors, but becoming the architect of them. Section 4. The law of visibility. You can be brilliant in silence, but silence is not a strategy. At some point, your work has to be seen, not because you crave validation, but because unseen value can't be rewarded. The more visible you are in the right circles, the more opportunities flow your way. But remember, visibility without depth is noise. Depth without visibility is wasted. The balance of both. That's when you become magnetic. Section 5. The shift from hunter to attractor. In the beginning, you'll chase opportunities, and that's normal. But the more you prepare, position yourself, and build relationships, the more you shift from hunter to attractor. People begin reaching out to you. Doors open without you knocking. Invitations arrive without you asking. That's when you know your preparation has turned into a magnet. We've uncovered the flow of opportunities, where they gather, how relationships accelerate them, and how to create doors where none exist. But there's one final step, one truth that separates those who watch opportunities pass from those who become the architects of their own destiny. The blueprint is complete. The only question is, will you step into it?